When I'm not evolving my video thumbnails to keep the pace of modern YouTube, I like to answer questions that I get on YouTube, so let's get to it. Demonstration while blues is wrong. Okay, this one's going to be long, so we're going to break this into parts. The summatory of notes are 9, and only the 7-note scales are correct from a heptatonic point of view, because in the system rules, when you build chords using only the notes of this scale in all possible combinations, it always sounds good. But instead, a 9-note scale generates chords that are pure cacophonic, noisy, because 9 is in between the correct heptatonicism that we all love and nasty bad taste serialism of Schoenberg's, I think he meant Schoenberg, dodecaphonism, when he uses 12 notes randomly. In correct music, the chords and melody must be created using only specific 7 notes in the chosen scale to make sense. Demonstration why blues sucks. That's screenshot number 1. So let's go to number 2. Alright, he uses the word summatory again. He spells it differently. I'm not sure which one is correct. We're going to skip paragraph 2. Let's go to screenshot number 3. In the blues, we have 4 semitones together, chromaticisms, 2 major, 3 minor, 3 major, 4 B, C, C sharp, E, and also we have 3 chromaticisms, blah, 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 blah. Everything wrong with the blues. And I have authority to say this because I am the only person whom counted properly all the possible scales and chords that exist in music. He's the only one that ever bothered counting all the scales and chords. All potentially 12 of them. I just want to point out that this comment was left on a intro to how to play the blues video for absolute beginners. So, reeks a little bit of pure insanity, but how dare he say that the blues is not true music? I think in today's day and age, sometimes the blues is the only thing that makes sense. So, I don't really, usually when it comes to weird comments like that, I try to see the other side. And the fact that it has a 9-note scale, which really it doesn't. It's like if you take all the notes in 3 chords that are being used, I mean, I guess that's a point. But there's a lot of songs out there that have 9 notes in them. If anything, the knock on blues is that it doesn't use enough notes, let alone it uses too many. 9 being way too many notes. So I don't know. Far be it from me to come to the defense of the blues, but the blues needs a hero right now, and I'm happy to play that role. So, Mr. Inventor, I think you are poorly mistaken, and really the blues is just kind of, like I said, the only thing that makes sense. Whatever sounds good is fine. Even if you want to go the Schoenberg way and listen to 12-tone music, I mean, if it works for you, it's fine. I don't even really know how to properly respond to this because my brain is a little fried from having to read so much of that comment. I don't know, it's just too insane. I need to move on. Awesome tune, Andrea pulling off a brilliant vocal, really enjoyed listening. Thank you so much. This is in response to the video posted last Friday, where Andrea and I actually released an EP, which is on Spotify and iTunes and everything. So make sure you check that out, share that with your friends if you'd like, because I'm going to start really cranking out new music because the Emerald Riders are coming very soon. So check that out. If there's a way to trademark this format, you should do it yesterday. Incredibly helpful, intuitive, pretty much perfect. Thank you very much. This is in response to the backing track I posted over the weekend, and I think this is really, to me, I think the most helpful way to do a backing track. So we kind of had a chord progression that I did with Andres for a song that he wrote. I recorded it, put it on his channel. If you want to check that out, I'll link you to. But then it was just kind of fun to jam over, so we extended it. And then we had Pasha and Davidas here just to really just shred on it. I think it turned out absolutely fantastic. So I posted an instrumental version of just us jamming on it. And then the next day I posted just the backing track without the lead stuff. And then on screen I have how the chords change and like the main chord progression. Because to me, that's something I kind of wish I would have had when I was first starting to like wrap my head around how chord progressions worked and how notes fit inside of chord progressions. So being able to see different chord progressions color-coded and then have the chord changed on screen so you know what's happening, I think is a really great way to train your ears and just check it out. So again, I think that I'll probably be doing these semi-regularly, but for sure, check it out and let me know what you guys think. Always struggle going from open chords to bar chords, so this was really helpful, thanks. Also, I hadn't realized that the giveaway was international, getting on that right now. So the giveaway is talking about is on the Journey Instruments guitar, which is going through the end of October, so make sure you go watch that video, and then I think you just have to give your email address to Journey. I'm not picking the winner, they're picking the winner, but because of that, they're going to be able to ship it internationally, which is pretty big. So check that out. Make sure you sign up. Good explanatory video. Side note, I don't know why, but I find you a major dickhead. I hope you rewatch your vids sometimes and realize your lack of humility is super off-putting. So he says, I don't know why, but I find you a major dickhead. And then right after that he says, your lack of humility is off-putting. Why on earth would he find me a dickhead? It's so funny. And especially after saying, hey, great video, great free YouTube video that taught me something, and then tells me to learn humility. How about you learn a little bit of gratitude, Salty Blues commenter? Really cool add-on to the Pentatonic Scale. Thanks, Sean. So this is the video I put out Monday about incorporating some 3 notes per string stuff and then maybe adding them to pentatonics. And a lot of the knock on the pentatonic scale, myself included, is that you don't get a sense of the whole picture. But the great thing specifically about guitar, that's why really, the pentatonic scale can exist in any kind of form of music, but really guitar players are the ones that spend the most time on it. Because it's so easy to play on a guitar. Like if you want to play E minor pentatonic, like starting on the A string, 7, 10, 7, 9, 7, 9. I think the most musical way to do that is, because again, not that the pentatonic scale is really super musical in and of itself, but when you use it as an addition to different things, like seeing that shape inside of different potential areas, and then kind of adding on to like maybe different chords that you're doing, is really a huge part of using the ease of use of the pentatonic scale and then inserting it into what I consider a more musical context. So if you haven't checked that lesson out, it's really simple. It's like just taking E minor, right? So we can see that as an E minor chord, which is a triad, E, G, and B. We can use the E minor pentatonic scale, or you can use notes from the full E minor scale, and then using a 3 note per string segment on top of that. And the one that I used in the video Monday is just starting backwards from the E on the high E string, the 12th fret, going 12, 10, 8, 12, 10, 8 on E and B. Those are great ways to kind of just focus on this one area and then add that to any E minor chord or any chord in the key of E minor, right? So again, not that the pentatonic scale, people say the pentatonic scale is unmusical. I don't really totally agree with that. I just think it's just a piece of a bigger picture. And then once you combine it with arpeggios, fuller scales, chord voices and stuff, I think it's where you really give that pentatonic scale time to shine. So for listening homework, this is the first time I've done this, but I'm going to link to the Andrea and Sean EP. Not because I'm really all about self-promotion, although I'm trying to get better at that, but because I've been so busy mixing the Emerald Rider stuff that I haven't actually listened to any new music this week, so I have literally nothing to share with you except for the new music that we put out. So definitely check that out. In the meantime, I'll be working on my humility, and if you have any questions or comments, hit me up in the comment section, Instagram, Twitter, or the website. I'll talk to you soon.